We are live. What's happening? If you are in a southern state and you are experiencing the 66 degrees, you are blessed because I had to bundle up. I got my jacket behind me. It's a good 20 degrees outside, but then the wind's blowing, so give or take maybe 11 degrees with that wind, that burst of wind. It is crazy. But anyway, man, let's get into today's topic, man. There's two things I want to talk about. One, do you guys have any regrets of the watches that you bought this year? Or did you miss out on any watches? It covers a gambit. Or are you happy? You satisfied with the watches? Want to know how you stand right now with the watches that you have in your collection. Now, I do know a few collectors that only bought one watch this year, and they're, for the most part, I don't know if they're going to chime in today or not, but they're pretty happy with their purchase they had. But I know that there were so many different criteria. There were so many different levels of watch collecting, and I'm going to cover those too. So for somebody that, like, say for instance, you go on YouTube and you post, what's up, Vic? You post, or you actually type in the search engine, best watches for 2024. That should pull up a number of collection or YouTubers like Teddy, right? Teddy's talking about this. There's a number of people that are talking about the different watches. And in that, you'll see companies like Hamilton, you'll see Tissot, you'll see Omega. There are a number of channels that talked about Tudor. Rolex too, but I think Tudor actually wins out. Oh, Lord have mercy. It's almost like people race, they say, oh, he live, let me call him. Get out of here, man. That's crazy, bro. Heck wrong with you? What's going on, Robert Wood? No regrets, except I should be more selective. Let's start with that, Rob. I'm going to share some with you because I'm not going to say I have, you know what? I do regret. I do have regret. I have regret. All right, I'm going to show you two watches that I have that I like the watches. I got them right here, as a matter of fact. I have them right here. And I actually talked to the Ranger about these. One is my Hamilton Expedition, which I absolutely like this watch. Like, this watch really fits me. I wore this watch so much this year. I really enjoy it. It is a very functional watch. And I know that some could approach this watch as it being a gimmick because it has, you see the bezel, it's an actual compass, and then another Khaki King, right? So let me see, what did I get this one at? I got this one at a good price. I did get this one at a good price. This one I got a discounted price. I didn't, so this one was $900 or $1,000. I got it at like $875 or something like that, discounted. But this is the one thing I thought about that I should have done instead of these, right? I don't have that Certina. I wanted that Certina dive watch. That's been on my list for at least 3 years. And granted, I did purchase a number of watches that I wanted this year, but for the most part, that should have been one of my, just like, boom, like, I'm not gonna say grails. That's one of my dream watches. Oh, let's do a wrist check real quick. I have on, you guessed it, the glycine. Man, this is it, bro. This is it. One watch collection for me? Yeah. I can wear this for like 2 months straight without wearing nothing else. I could. I just like it. But anyway, goodness. I should have, instead of buying these two. Now, not to say that I still like this one. I think this is an awesome watch, right? That Khaki King, and it hasn't. I haven't had it wound, but these two right here, I could have purchased my Certina and had money for an extra watch. Now I'm gonna tell you, between 3 watches, that I actually jumped on this one right here, this ball watch that has no. Honestly, I'm gonna just say this. when you think of a watch, right? Certain watches. So if you say Tissot, you'll automatically think, either the Gentleman or the PRX, right? When I say ball watch, this one doesn't pop up, on my mind, but it is and it was an entry into the brand for me. Um, this is the fireman, and I like the watch. It is a elegant tool watch. I'm gonna just call it that, but just the way it's built, right? And I should do a review on this watch. I haven't, but I can do a review on this watch. But the thing about this watch, it has no significance as far as like their catalog or whatever. It doesn't stand out like the Submariner, right? It's like a no-name piece, but it just has the quality, which I'm gonna tell you, in comparison to the other watches that I'll purchase this year, this thing is built like a freaking tank. I like the way it's built. I love the bracelet, and I like looking at the lume at night. The lume, it's kind of scratches the itch because I love lume and tritium tubes. I want to try the tritium tubes out, and it's a great watch. It's a great watch. But between these three, and I'm gonna get to here in the comments in just a second. Between these three right here. Between these three, price-wise, I could have purchased two watches that I definitely want, which I'm going to have to pick up next year. That is my Certina and my Formex Essence. If I wouldn't have bought those three this year, I could have had those two. Let me get into the chat real quick and see what's going on. Vintage Doxa Mechanical circa 1940s. God, dog. All right. That's funny that you say tomorrow I'm going to be talking about Doxa tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about a couple watches, man. Like this, y'all, and I'm going to ask you guys to bear with me because as far as YouTube is concerned, I am about to be all over the place. I had some stuff come up that was kind of life altering. So this week has been a rough week for me. My man called me yesterday, said, "Yo, bro, you okay?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You ain't go live, man." I said, "Yeah, I'm good. Just got some life stuff going." Excuse me. Hold on, let me write this down. You said I bought two watches in 2024. Good grief. I said, "Yo, you need cloth on that Magnum." Wow. What's up, House of X? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. All right, so you said a vintage Doxa Mechanical. $1940s. All right, I'm gonna look that up later. I do not believe that, Trap. You have never worn a watch for more than 1 week straight. I have. Oh, I have, bro. I'm gonna tell you. I actually have every watch that I wore for more than a week is on the table right now. Is on the table, and bro, you gonna know it as soon as I show you. Like I'm gonna get to it. I promise. I wore some of these watches, man. Some when I got this one, bro, it wouldn't come off my wrist. It would not come off my wrist. Go check out my You know what? I'm gonna go see if you check and look and see what watch I haven't. You know what? I got to put that into my Watch Crunch, which I haven't done my Watch Crunch post of the day yet. But I can tell you, yeah, I worn a watch more than a week. Shoot, I wore this one for 2 weeks straight. 2 weeks straight. I wore that ball for 2 weeks straight. Howdy, House of X, everybody speaking. Wearing the first Magnum with the diamond bezel. I remember that. Debuted on the cruise, which was able to get before the folks on the cruise. Yes, don't remind me. That was some bull crap. Mr. Zero watches. I'm not ignoring the chat. I'll get to it. Oh, while you're at work again. Yep, I'm on. Thelonious Monk, what's going on? What's up, y'all? Gotta hop in the meeting in a few, so hi and bye. All right, bro. All right, I think I caught up. And let me see, did Jay Jones say something? Because Jay Jones, Jay Jones, I tease you a lot about what you bought this year. And I'm pretty sure you bought about 200 watches this year. So I don't know if I can ask you if you regret anything, because I doubt it, bro. Like, you bought well over 100 watches this year, man. That is crazy. Oh my gosh, bro. Like, you broke a record. When I tell you broke a record, because I remember 2022, I used to talk to you on my way to work, and you like, yo, Trap, I'm looking at, and you will buy maybe 4 or 5 watches a month in 2022. I remember that. I think the most you did was between May and June. I think you bought 7 for the month. But before that, I think you were buying like 3 or 4. And this year, bro, you broke the mold for the most watches bought in a year. So I don't know, like, I don't think you can answer that question, bro. Is there? I mean, because you got so many. How could you know what you regret and what you? And I know that's a hard one. That got to be a hard one for you. I have to wear the same watch every day because I only have 10 watches. Thank you for deleting that. What's up, Captain Spaulding? Welcome in. 10,000 watches, Mr. J. Thank you for deleting him, because that's foolery, saying that stuff. So yeah, and if you're just walking through the door right now, man, make sure you hit that thumbs up, bro, on the way in, man. And my question right now, is there any watches that you bought this year that you regret buying, that could have been put on the shelf while you buy something else? Or is there a watch that you missed out on? Now, even though I said I could have bought my dream watch in place of this Fireman Night Train, right? However, me and Dave D, we were talking. There's sometimes when the deals come, you're like, yo, I know I wanted that watch that I wanted, but that deal, it's almost like, all right, so let's say this. Could you imagine your favorite car, right? Your favorite car. You know you're about to buy a car, right? And I'm going to use Chevrolet. Your favorite car is a Chevy Blazer, right? And that thing, you wanted it fully loaded, blah, 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 whatever the case is. And fully loaded one, it cost you about $45,000. But just so happened, GM did something ridiculously crazy, and they had a Trailblazer, right, which is a lot smaller than the Blazer, but it's still in the Chevy family. And that, or let's say just another SUV that normally ranges around 30 to 40,000, and that thing was $15,000, brand new, on some type of crazy rebate, government bailout, something, and you got the money. Would you stick to getting your Blazer because you know that's what you want, or would you say, hey man, I can get a car that's $40,000, normally $35,000, for $15,000, brand new, free and clear? So that's sort of what I did with this. I could have got the Formex at $1,400, but this one came at $7,000, and this one is normally $1,300. I was like, ooh, ball it is, right? But see, that goes back to that, stick to your guns. I would say stick to your guns, because I should have just waited and bought the Formex. You live and learn, I guess. My dream watch is a Rolex. Which one? Which Rolex would you like to own? Nope, only got 2. LOL. Let me get. I have over 100 watches and just started collecting like a year ago. Oh, don't feel bad, Captain, because JJ started collecting like 4 years ago, and he got over 6,000 watches. So you in good company. I bought a bust down, bro. Waste of money completely. Hey, so when I started this live, I stated that there's different levels. So let's talk about the levels. So if you type in watches, right? Just type in the word watches into your Google thing or your search bar. I don't know what it is for you. I'm pretty sure that YouTube, the algorithm is going to push you in a direction different than what I look for. But I came across different levels of collectors. So there's a guy that, young guy, he collects watches that's bust down. They have moissanite and stuff like that. And he, based on what I was listening to, he didn't know that the sapphire crystal, which I don't think he was pronouncing sapphire right. I'm pretty sure he wasn't pronouncing sapphire right correctly, but he was referring to the gems on top of the bezel as sapphire, right? When they were supposed to be moissanite. But I'm like, yo, no, you're talking about sapphire crystal of the actual. Like, he just confused me altogether. But he was singing praises of this watch that's bust down, and I'm like, so looked like, I don't know the actual movement. He didn't talk about it, and I didn't look at the description to see if he left a model number. But I'm just saying that he's at a different level. Some people buy watches to just be flashy, right? And they can pay $40 for it, $100, and then I feel so bad for the people that's unsuspecting that when you go to those malls, in the middle of the mall, you see those little jewelry counters, man, and those guys are selling stuff, and they got these bust down. They sell fake watches in it too, or homage watches, which I want to kind of transition into this. But they're selling these watches at like $300, $400, and they're passing it off like it's a great deal. And I'm like, even at $150 for a watch that's bedazzled, so to speak. I'm like, bro, the quartz movement in that thing, if I was to buy them, that whatever movement you have in it, I'm pretty sure I'll pay under $5 for it if I got it off of eBay or Amazon. Let's see, I was about to buy Citizen Pro Master Orca Edition. I have that watch too. It's a cool watch. That's another watch that I'm like, and I didn't pay a lot for it though. I didn't pay a lot for it though. I could have just waited though, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, what I paid about maybe $100 for that watch. I could have bought something else though. Mostly Invicta. I love their designs, especially older designs. Yeah. I don't regret anything I bought, and will buy more. Of course, we know you'll buy more. I did buy my dream watch. You seen it? You know what happened? Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, guess what, man? That dream turned to a nightmare. And need to buy a Vizionico. Oh, I need to, I'm definitely Noctua watches. What's going on? That's for a noob, JJ. You need to address that right away. Where do you get 6,000 watches? From your house? I'm going to do a video on my newest fine strap, and I'll tag you. Okay, cool. Thank you. Please do. Please do. So I showed you guys for that. It just came in. I'll just say this real quick. Between these 3 watches that I purchased this year, I like the watches. Don't get me wrong. I like the watches. However, there were watches that I was looking to get that I didn't get. And between these 3, I could have had 2 watches that I really, 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 really want. Which is Certina and Formex Essence. I think Formex, in my humble opinion, and I'm going to put this going on record. I think, well, for me, one of the best watches I've ever tried on, come across, and experienced. One of the best watches on the market. I know we have the word Grail level. This is definitely a worthy piece. In my opinion, it's a worthy piece to own. I just like it. I love the design of it. I love the functionality. There's so much about the watch, man. I put it on and like how it's balanced, what it looks like on the wrist, and then I thought to myself, man, bro, I would love just driving in this watch, going on vacation, doing my thing. This would be my everyday, like, the it watch, but then that Certina though, oh my gosh, with that double security system, quit playing with me. Stop playing with me.
I do the strawberry salad.
Vic, can Trap
Yeah,
count?
with black and
Yeah, I counted all your watches, man. So I went back through my videos and saw and said you got about 6,000 watches and
you know
counting.
what dressing is on it?
Yeah.
Is it the song? I need the
He
song.
said nope.
Can I get extra?
Uh,
In a water?
he said when you get 6,000. Hey, bro, I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. You were buying like 800 watches per month or something crazy. It was crazy, bro. How you was just like you was killing the game, bro. But okay, I'm all caught up. I'm gonna make sure I didn't miss anybody. I'm gonna make sure. Morning, everybody. Noctua Watches in the building. DP. Yep, I got that comment. Oh, opinions on the Boulevard Surveyor skeleton. I like that watch. Would I get it? After I got, that's a watch that I would get if I had all the watches that I wanted, or most of the watches that I wanted in a year. Because let's face it, no matter if you buying 20 watches, if you like me, I start the year and say, hey, I'm gonna collect a certain amount of watches, and that's it. And stuff happens, right? However, this year actually taught me a lesson, right? And it's like, if I was to add that Surveyor, which I think is an amazing watch, I looked at it. I think it's great. I think it's a great watch. I love the design. I love the overall aesthetics, man. I just think that is a watch to get just as a novelty, something that's really nice that you want to throw on just to, you know what I'm saying, like to have fun with, but like that's not a must-have watch. That's not a must-have. I think like I would much rather get the just a regular like that. Was it the red or wine color Surveyor? That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Like I wouldn't, even though I like that skeleton, I wouldn't get that. I wouldn't get this that one over 200 watches. I wouldn't get that skeletonized Surveyor over the regular, in my opinion. My biggest disappointment this year was the all-black full-loom dial Citizen Fugu I ordered in on trade with all the Citizen hype. I expected more. Now, later on today, I will be dropping a short on the newest Citizen Ciosa that I saw yesterday. I went to Trifecta Watches. There is a Christmas list that I'm going to put out. Is going to come out tomorrow morning. That new Ciosa, which, and you know what? And I'm glad you said that Citizen. Yeah. So let's transition to this. I'm gonna tell you this. I know this is a Citizen, but I'm gonna use this as an example. This PRX right now, PRX is on fire. It is on fire. Excuse me. Everybody's getting it. Everybody's talking about it. Some people hating on it. Some people they're tired of seeing the colorways change. They don't want to see the grenadizer watch. They don't want to see collaborations. They don't want to see nothing. They're sick of this design. Some people absolutely love this design, and you can't deny it. I think for the price and what this watch is, it's amazing. I jumped on this particular watch because of the colorway. And you know what I learned? At the end of the year, I learned that being patient is definitely a virtue, but being patient can literally get you something that you didn't know was coming. Now, I can't predict because they didn't put it out. I talked to a rep on PRX and Citizen pieces that may possibly come out. Now, what PRX did was there were two colorways that I saw that came out, but there was a third that I didn't see. In place of that, they showed that carbon, right? That carbon, and had I been patient, this one wouldn't have been in my collection, and I would have waited for a different color. Same thing with because I have the same color in my Ciosa, my Citizen Ciosa, and even though I like that watch, the new colorway that I just saw yesterday, oh my gosh, I should have got that one instead. So, yeah. But you said, you regret that. Yeah. Just make sure you are seeing and counting properly. Oh, Jay Jones. There's a Hemi all black out that I like. I wonder which one you're talking about. I just saw a bunch of Hamiltons yesterday. The price on the tag for the Fugu is over 800 Canadian, and it's stamped steel class. The PRX is dope. I like the PRX, man. I do, and I liked it so much that I went and got this one. Now this one, no regrets whatsoever. None, absolutely no regrets. And for somebody asked me the question before, do I think this watch is worth the price? And I hate to tell you yes or no because it has to resonate with you. You know, if you're new to it, if you're just like, hey, I'm gonna try it out. It's thick, right? It does have a wobble to it, like, you know what I'm saying, when you shake it. And in certain situations, let's say for instance you work in an office or something like that, and you're there by yourself, and you're reaching over to grab something, you're typing, you will hear this till it comes to a rest. That does not bother me. I absolutely love the audible that this thing, I do. I love the noise that come from this watch. It just, I don't know, it just kind of connects me. I'm used to it, right? But that's not, some people like, yo, what's this noise? So just know this, it's thick. The bracelet may or may not fit your wrist properly. There is no micro adjust. You have half links, that one right there, half links, right? And butterfly clasp on my 7¼ inch wrist, and it, you know, like your wrists evenly, I mean, both your wrists are off by a little bit. This one is a little, no, let me see which one. This one is bigger than this wrist, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Oscar, man, hold up. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it, man. And you said keep a good job. Keep doing a good job. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. All the proceeds that come into the channel go back out to people, man, because I believe we need each other for different things at different times of their lives, man. So I want to be a shining example, best I can, of doing just that, giving back to people. I've been trying to decide what watch to buy at the Vancouver show next year. Gotta start saving. I don't know if he's going to be there, Phil, from Visitor. Can I say, of all the micro brands that I have come across, there's a few that just really I'm talking about. Y'all ever see that slapping contest where them guys be slapping the wind out each other? That, my friend, is what this company does. I got a chance to sit down with Phil. I sat with him, talked to him, and even though the interview was amazing, it was a conversation after the camera stopped rolling. That dude is phenomenal, man. His eye for just like design, man. Look at that, man. Look at this. There's 3 pieces to this thing, man. There's 3 pieces, man. You got sapphire crystal on the front and back. You got drill lugs, and I really didn't care about drill lugs, but it just makes it a little simpler to put. And this thing is an upgrade magnet, so even though that blue leather slaps, right? I could put FKM on here. I could do a NATO strap. I could put a bracelet on this thing like chainmail. Like, I could do anything I want to, man. So you got, man, the brush. Man, this watch is dope, though. So this is one, and you don't have to necessarily get this one. I don't even have the other one with me, man, but this hot. Now, I'm going to tell you a watch that I was on the fence about. I'm going to tell you why. I like the watch. I absolutely love this watch. My Jack Mason. Yup. My Jack Mason. And anybody that know, you know. Right? In my humble opinion, I know this is the hydro timer. They have a strato timer, which is a GMT. I'll hope, you know what I'm saying, that they come out. You know what I would love to see them do? I would love to see them bring this watch back and adjust the price and be competitive with companies like what's that Swiss watch company, because Swiss watch company gives you a Solida 200 movement in their watch, in their dive watch, and it's reminiscent of the Omega, because the father worked for Omega for years, I think over 30 years. So you'll see some of the design cues from Omega on that watch, the bezel. The rest of it is their design, right? A very robust watch. But you can get that watch regulated and everything. I mean, beautiful, loom, outstanding for $500. So I would love for them, seeing that this watch is discontinued, they don't have this one. I would love for Jack Mason to bring this watch back out at a discounted price. Like, mostly, a lot of times what we see is companies are going up in price. I haven't seen the only one company I saw drop their prices or drop the price of their watch was Canopy. They went from 1,000 down to $599. And that dude was carrying like crazy. God damn. Big loud mouth, big muffler mouth. Man, he got a bass tube, man. God damn. Mercy. Little dude, his voice is carrying. I'm one to talk, right? Between Hanhart and Christopher Ward so far. Ooh. Bro. That's another one. That, I'm like, I don't know. Christopher Ward. That may be the move. I may have to agree with you. Christopher Ward is it. You don't like the titanium. Lumiere. Is that how you pronounce it? The Lumiere? That watch, hey, you know what? That watch is, man, amazing. Hanhart 415, 417 are so nice. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Hanhart. Oh, I lost my page. Hanhart 415, 417. All right. Keep this thing right here. Be right back. 30 tires just arrived. Jeez. PBT in the building. What's going on, bro? What's happening? Oh, now that you talked about bracelet, I thought a shark mesh bracelet. You just bought a shark mesh bracelet, but have no clue on how to size it. Which one? Is it the... Do I have one with me today? Is it like this one? If it's like that, bro, what you have to do is get your little tool, your little screwdriver, and pop this up, and it just slides up and down. Go in there, pop that up, because that's clamped down on there. Adjust it to your size of your wrist, pop it back down, and you in business. You are in business. Take you 8 seconds. Well, you may have to adjust it back and forth, but yeah, once you get it in there though, hold up, let me see. I might be able to. Let me see if I can get it with one finger now. I doubt it. All right, so you see that right there? Hold on, let me see. You just pop that up, and you slide it back and forth, bro. Hold up. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to. Hold up. I gotta make sure I got mine. I think I just took it out of. Sorry. Hold on. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. Yep. So boom, there you go. It ain't hard, bro. It ain't hard. Shooting. If you want to do it, man, if like hit me up on Instagram chat, bro. The video chat. We can I can walk you through it. No problem. If you got a problem with it, I have no problem whatsoever, bro. Let's see who that. Yo, Leo. Leo's been on fire with that. Hey, you know what's crazy? I was watching your video, and before I forgot about like the Survivor Series. What was it? The Bloodline versus like the OTC versus the regular Bloodline. I really don't, man. I kind of got out of wrestling, man. But like when Vince McMahon went through that little crap, I watched that Vince McMahon whatever it was on Netflix, man, which was crazy. I started watching wrestling again, and I just saw I was watching your matches. I was like, and then you know what's crazy? There's so many people doing the ladies versus men wrestling matches on YouTube. Like I say that is hilarious, bro. But yeah, I was peeping that out, man. I said, man, I got to get a wrestling game because I used to be avid wrestler player all the time, bro. Like I would either get 2K basketball and wrestling. Those only two games. And then, of course, Call of Duty came on the scene, and I was like, I'm on there. Be careful, Vic. Leo, are y'all speaking? Nope. The buckle is like the ones that Invicta use. Oh, well, just tap that out then. Are we going military for tomorrow? Good to see everyone. Are you talking about posting for tomorrow, bro? Let's see. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody's comment. PRX is dope. Price tag. The price on the tag for the food is okay. I got. All right. I want to make sure I got everybody's comment. Yes. You can't. Matter of fact, you know I'm wearing the Hamilton tomorrow. And I'm marching tomorrow. So, yes. Coalition Force does count. And I haven't really posted my pics on Instagram in a minute. But God dog. I don't know if that's that coffee. Okay, I'm done with coffee today. Good grief. So, okay, we 38 minutes into it. All right, so I want to just say this, and anybody that's watching this, man, put down if you had any watch regrets for 2024. There are any watches that you missed, that you could have got, but you chose something else. Put that down in a comment. I would love to review that, and I could talk about that on another video, upcoming video, because we're approaching the end of the year. We're approaching Christmas. You say yes, no magnums. Yeah, that's an Invicta thing, bro. That's terrible. I do want to say, like, I know my man Kimo Sabi was in the building earlier, and we were talking about watches that you wear a lot of. I get a watch and I wear it a lot. You guys, I'm pretty sure you have seen this watch 1,000 times before, but I wore this watch for weeks on end. This is one that I don't regret. Got a great price on it, man. Shout out to my man Jake over there at Trifecta. And thankfully, the guy that bought the watch from him, he ended up bringing that watch back for the reason he brought it back. And that watch being it was purchased, it was used. I didn't have to pay $1,000 for it, nowhere near. I paid a good price for it, fair price for it, and amazing. Oh, but that just comes back to, let me jump back on this right here. Great watch, Jack Mason. I hope that you bring this model back in different colorways. And if you can, reduce the cost a bit. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was, do I think it's worth what you asking for it? The watch is amazing. The watch is amazing. But I'm a consumer, and I got that mentality. I want to get the best or the most for the least amount of money. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna fake and act like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that you should degrade or to degrade this, because the watch is well built. I like the watch. I love the loom. That right there, when you guys did no play whatsoever, anybody that knows me know I love a good bezel turn. This thing has a great snap to it. It's snappy. However, there's so many watches that's out right now at a price point, and that's like the new $500 or the old $500 watch used to give you so much. Now those $500 watches are either $750 or $900, and I'm like, yo, it's crazy. It's crazy that we're seeing these increase in prices. There's no new technology added. You know, the design hasn't changed. Just like I said this yesterday, the Squale. Like, dude, I love the Squale brand, but like that price, why did they could went up twice last year? You know, I don't care if it's $50. I'm like, yo, no, I don't want to pay that. So I think, you know, as far as I'm concerned, Jack Mason puts out a great product. Their customer service is amazing. And the fact that you could just alter this, you can take this off, it's real easy, quick, change it out to whatever the heck you want to change it out to. But I would love to see them do some competitive prices. Like, because Swiss Watch Company, like, very underrated. Another one is Cincinnati Watch Company, very underrated. But let's jump on that real quick. So I'm changing. Customer service goes a long way. Yes, heck yeah, it does. And then the customer service, yep, thank you, yep. That's why Ali brands like Sam Martin and Cistern are popping off. Okay, so I was just having a conversation about, what's going on, T. White? What's up, bro? I was just having a conversation, and this is to my man, shout out to Fair and Swift, right? I was looking at his video, right, and we're talking, and this can actually go with it, like regrets and non-regrets. As far as homage watches are concerned, and we're not talking fake, because I just had this conversation last night with somebody. You know who you are. You said you tried to buy a fake watch. I can't sign off on that, bro, at all, in the least bit. Hey, you my man, 100 grand, but bro, you tried to get a fake watch. I'm like, for what? You got money to buy real. Like, dude, or if not, like I said, you got homage pieces, bro. Like, and you know, unfortunately, I don't have any homage pieces on the table right now, but Cistern, freaking Pagani, and later on today, there will be a Pagani timepiece. Thank you so much, House of X. There will be a Pagani timepiece showcase tomorrow. You guys will see it tomorrow. Yup. Yeah. But my question is, how do you guys feel about homage pieces versus the real thing? So the debate, which I saw, it got spicy on his channel. It got real spicy. There was even a couple comments I had to laugh at, because people will come for you in those comment sections, man, for what you put out on YouTube. But I think he has some valid points. Matter of fact, it's not what I think. He has some valid points about homage pieces, right? So I think it comes down to category, or who you are as a person, what you can afford, and what your care about these watches are. So let's say you make enough to buy a Doxa or a Rolex or an Omega, but there's a company like Cistern or Watch Dives, or it was an Eddie Dive. What if you decided to buy one of those instead of buying the real thing, even though you got the money for it, right? You just like the design. Does that make you a terrible collector? Or not so much a terrible collector, but does that make you like a fraud? Are you cheating yourself, right? And only you can answer this. Only you can answer this. I'm just saying from my perspective, excuse me, when I think about homage pieces, and even, because like Invicta was talked about, because Invicta got a lot of homage pieces. Invicta do their own thing though, like their design language is crazy. When they do homage a piece or copy a piece, I'm gonna just say, let's say copy. When Invicta copies a piece, right? It's really not, I can't even say copy, because y'all know Invicta, one, the size is gonna be a lot bigger than the original. Two, they're gonna have 1,001 more colorways for that. So their model number, this is why Invicta puts out 17 million watches per year. I know, it's a bit of a stretch what I just said, but y'all get the point. If you're looking at let's say the Tag Heuer, Monaco, Invicta does one, and I'm talking about it, it looks good, bro, it looks good. It's a lot bigger, it's thicker, and like the Monaco itself is a thick watch. But they have at least 7 different more colorways. And then they have this set up to where they got on the strap, rubber, link, like the shark mesh bracelet, the whole nine. Like they got all that stuff wrapped up in one. So does that make you, like if somebody saw you out and be like, hey, is that a Monaco? No, man, this is an Invicta, right? And that was part of the conversation. It's like, what would that do? Do you think that will turn somebody off, or do you care? You probably don't care. You may not care. That's why, okay, I read that. But I personally think that, like, so one of the points that he brought up was, like Pagani Designs, right? The word Pagani Designs would make you think that, hey, Pagani, you made a design that we'll all love. But they're clearly not an originator of that style. But they make some they make some fire. I bought a couple of Paganis a few years ago, and I'm like, they okay, right? It was like, for me, Pagani to me in the beginning, like when I first jumped off into Pagani, and I'm gonna date myself a little bit. Going back to the 80s, I used to go to the little Chinese shops, supply stores, we just call it Chinese shop, and buy a necklace, and we would have to put clear fingernail polish on it to keep it from turning your neck green. If you know, you know. Now, bro, fake chains are crazy good, right? You can't tell the difference. Plus, you could throw on a fake chain right now. It's not gonna turn your neck green. It ain't gonna make you feel no type of way, man. It's just a phenomenal. You look good. You're like, oh man, my man's got the Fargo link, bro. He got the Gucci link. That dude, hey, he killing it. That's what Pagani's doing now. Pagani's putting out some straight heat. And then don't even give me, oh my gosh, Seastern, yep, like you said, Sugis, they put out some, they even mimicking the Rolex movement. Bro, the Aragon Cyber Week watch. I did not, Jay Jones. He said, when AliExpress brands do homage, it's a crime, but when Swiss brands do it, it's okay. Hey, they doing it. They doing it, man. Like, people put an emphasis on the Swiss made, man. Somebody asked me a question on Instagram about, is your Swiss made watch really Swiss made? Yeah, the movement was made in Switzerland, but like it was assembled in Malaysia. Do you know where your watch was built? Do you know where your children are? Like, real talk. Like, for me, having that Swiss designation, let me see, who has it? I have it right here. Swiss designation right there at the 6 o'clock. Says Swiss made. Same thing right here. Swiss made at the 6 o'clock, right there between, on both sides of the 30. Okay. Let me see who else got it. All right. Again, Swiss made down at the 6. That means a lot, right? Because Swiss made has been poured into our brains that it's the best of the best. But do you really think about that? Once you make your purchase, you buy the watch, you get it on the wrist, you look at it, you're like, oh, this thing's amazing, right? You may be one of those that get out around, socially get out, somebody see, notice, oh, you got a new watch, what is that? And he's like, hey, man, I got this new Hamilton. He's like, oh, snaps, bro, you know what I'm saying? That's dope. Make you feel good, man. Make you feel like one of the guys or gals. You know, like that. It's like a social experiment, so to speak. Just makes you feel good, man. You sitting there talking, and you don't necessarily talking about the watch per se, but like that's like the highlight. They get you in there. You're like, yo, man, my man just got that new piece, man. He got the new PRX, man. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. This is dope. Or you're like, oh man, my man just got a Rolex, dude. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, but like, what about the homage watch? Here's the thing too, that and I would love to. I know if I get a chance to talk to Adam, I'm gonna reach out to Adam. And Adam, if you see this, man, let's do a video, bro. Let's talk about it because there is a subculture of homage watches. People, that's all they collect are homage pieces, bro. Like, and right now, Sam Martin got crazy collectors, man. These people on top of that. The Rolex sub is not an original design. What watch are you wearing? I'm late. Okay. I got on. Hold up. Let me take it off. I got on my Glycine. The Chief Airman. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. This my go-to. Mm-hmm. That thing, for real. Ooh, I like it a lot. I might even throw this visitor on today. I don't have it set right. Hold on, let me set it right. What time it be? I got a lot of stuff to do today. Agreed. Hold up, let me see. What are you saying? For example, Longines Spirit and Tag Warrior. Yeah. You know, I was reading this article that when in the early, was it like early 1920? I think it was like 1920s, somewhere around there. Longines was the most copied watch during that era, during that time. 60% assembled, 60% movement equals 100% Swiss. But you know what? Here's the deal, man. I have to say this, bro. Though this one has a Miyota movement in it, 9000 series, like no date, right? Like, was it 9039 or something like that? They purchased the movements, but they assembled the watches in Texas, right? And they're so proficient that the watches run amazing, right? They're just as accurate as a quartz watch per year, per month, whatever the case is. I don't wear it enough, though. I don't wear it on a regular basis to even say, hey, is it that accurate? You know, because I have so many. But, you know, for somebody that you only bought one watch, maybe two, you'll even see that if your watch is 5 minutes off, you'll either keep it that way, be like, all right, it's 5 minutes fast, or it's 5 minutes slow. You either gonna make the adjustment to your watch, or you just know that, hey, adjust the time that you need to get up or come or do whatever. That's just what people do. But some people do. They're like, hey, my watch got to be cranking to, and that's, I would just say, hey, you need to find a watch that claims to have that accuracy, and wait for, you know, the right time, right price, and just go for it. That's if you want to get that one watch. But I'm wearing the Hamilton Bolton. Oh man, dope. Glycine Airman is fire. Yes, I really like. I like Glycine. I have a couple of them. Case in point. Yeah. This one, I'll be talking about this one. It was supposed to be this week. Sorry, I just had so much stuff going on. Canada is the same. Well, that is Swiss for sure. The math is funky. Oh man, I'm wearing IWC oversized Calatrava circa. 1950s? Ooh. God, dog. What's up, Corey? Welcome in. I've tried telling so many people the difference between Swiss parts and Swiss made. Yep. Swiss parts just me. The parts are Swiss, and it was assembled in another country. It's Swiss made. It was made in Switzerland. It's the Soul Good brand. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And if you allow me to, though the Tissot PRX is on fire right now, it's on fire. It seems like this thing is talked about, whether people love it or hate it. I know a lot of people that's buying the Tissot PRX. I think the Gentleman is the best watch you can get for the price as far as PRX is concerned for that one watch collection. Yep, I said it. The Gentleman is fire. And you can either get the court. Now, if you don't necessarily want to have, like you want to save a couple coins, get the quartz. You steal that design. That thing is fire. And then with the quartz one, you don't have to worry about it. You just get up. You don't have to worry about it if you lay it down for too long. Just, all right, pick it up when you do, because you may have another watch that you want to wear. But yeah, that's just my humble opinion. I'm pretty sure you guys have other watches that you think are like a one watch collection, which is a whole different topic. I got a 42 millimeter combat sub. The thinness is great. Heck yeah, bro. That is crazy what they did. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Heck yeah. I agree with you. Trap, you are putting me on to glycine. I still need to get one. Hey, look, let me tell you something. And I dang near brought my other glycines out with me today. I have 4 combat subs. This one's the GMT, the newest one, right? Bruh, when I tell you, look at that thing right there. Boy, quit playing with me, man. And we're talking about a Swiss-made timepiece because they still got a factory over there in BN, Switzerland. That, now, if it's not set properly, it's off by a day. But this watch, and which I'll get into everything about this watch, man, but from the actual finish to the way this thing just feels on the wrist, and the fact that you could do this watch any type of way you want. It's gonna look good on leather. It's gonna look good on the shark mesh. It's gonna look good on any bracelet you use. This thing is versatile. It's ready to go. And you think, man, this watch was designed for military use. So if this thing was ready for combat, it could definitely be chilling for your everyday. It's ready for you. And then the price. That's the other thing too, is like the price. That's why I said, man. There's some companies, man, and one of my, like the company I think that's doing an amazing job right here, Jack Mason. I would just love, because this one did not do as well, I guess, as a straddle timer, because the straddle timer is a dope watch. Don't get me wrong. But I'm like, yo, I don't need a date. And I would love to see, they should have did a limited run in the, what was it? The Dr. Pepper colorway. And just, what I'm saying, for those people that didn't want to spend, how much was the Dr. Pepper? $1,400 or something like that? $1,200? You could have done that one. Hydro timer, $8.99, Dr. Pepper. Number limited or limited run? Yeah. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there. Then you have Swiss movements. Okay, y'all read that one. So many definitions. I have a Tissot C-Star 1000. I love it. Heck yeah, that's a great watch too. Right now, I'm more concerned for the Rangers to blow up this team. Vic, put yourself a timeout, sir. I have the 2000. How do you like the bezel action? Mine is horrible. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. The bezel may be horrible, sure enough, but that does not take away from that watch. Is amazing. That's a beautiful watch, and for the price, that they came out with. I think, just my humble opinion, I think that was a great watch, and it was very competitive with what people were asking for in that category. But like it's even okay. I get the competitiveness of the companies, man. But I'm gonna always go right now at this point. I'm looking at all right, who's got a great design, who's putting together a phenomenal timepiece in comparison to what's on the market, man. And I'm not trying to spend too much money, man, because the watches are going up and up and up and up. I just saw the new Omega, the Seamaster, and it's been called the No Time to Die remake. I saw about 4 videos, and that 4th video I saw, he was not singing the praises of that watch. The other 3, they were like, yo, this is phenomenal, this is great, I love it, blah, blah, blah. But this one guy, he was like, bro, this is 007 all over again, and it's thicker, and you want me to pay you $10,000 for this watch? I'll pass. We didn't want to pay $9,000 for the No Time to Die, so I'll pass. And I was like, ooh, getting spicy out here. Getting spicy. I just bought the Gentleman Powermatic 80 and I'm in love with it. See? Yeah, but there you go. There you go. I want an Airman for sure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you know what? You know one thing too? Do you know Mr. Conrad was a naval pilot, right? That became like an astronaut, right? And he wore this design because this is the original design from 1953. It's just a remake of the 1953 version. He wore this watch, and I can't remember what Apollo mission it was, but he wore this watch on the outside of his flight suit, right? And made it up to space with all the pressures and came back down. Now, granted, I believe there's a story, or if you look, Pete Conrad, he did walk on the moon. I don't know if he was like the 10th person to walk on the moon, based on what I read, but and it doesn't say that he wore this watch. So you can't claim this to be a moon watch, but it did go out of space. And it showed that when the Airman was built, it was built for that type of pressure. It was built for the Air Force because it was a collaboration between, I don't even think they owned it at that point, man. So I know, like in 1914, Eugene, I think that's his first name, created the brand, but I believe he sold it like 2 years after having it. And I don't know if it was still under the family's name, but I do know that they did a collaboration with a Air Force captain over in Britain, some Britain captain, right? And the birth of this watch came out. They wanted a 24-hour dial and the GMT function, so they didn't have to keep doing like making all these different adjustments. And that's never talked about. And I know why. I'm telling you, the only reason why the Airman is not talked about as much is because Invicta owns it. That's the only reason why. I'm former Navy as well. That's awesome. You have sold me on it for sure. Oh man, look, I'm gonna tell you, historically speaking, one of the best watches to ever touch anything, horology-wise, anything. I stand on that one. I stand on that one. This watch, man, like, man, and they still using the same technology they were using. It's old technology, and that was the one thing. And I know when Invicta, and I read it. My man Victor Kyler put me on to this article. I read where when Invicta purchased glycine, they could not have any say over the design. They couldn't touch it. Invicta could not touch it. That was part of the agreement, right? I know agreements get renegotiated and stuff like that, but I hope and pray that Invicta never touches the design of these watches. Now, some of these, like their newer designs, the colorways, that had me worried. I was like, yo, and y'all getting a little eccentric with the colorways, man. And then they have a new skin diver that's out, and it's called the Kraken. And I know Invicta has a Kraken, and I'm like, yo, Invicta, much respect to what you do. I have respect for what you do. You take watches and you just push the letter. You don't care about what the industry standards are. You guys are going to make the watches, and I give respect to the designers of Invicta, whether they are a hit or not. because you do better. I can't design that, doing the CAD and all this other. I can't do that, so I got respect for you. But please do not touch glycine. Don't. Just leave it the heck alone. Now, if y'all are inspiring these different colorways, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You know, I can respect like different colorways. If you want something funky, man, I can go to a different catalog. I don't want to go and see my glycines. Come on, bro. Like, understand, historically speaking, helicopter pilots, like these people that's fighting in Vietnam wore these watches in the war, man. You can't just be just ruining the history, man. I just recently bought 8 Invicta watches for $300, and 6 of the 8 are Swiss made. 5 of those 6 are Invicta reserves. Ooh, the guy who ran Glycine died a while back, and now his daughter runs it. Okay, so it's in the family. Cool. Putting my order in this week. What is the watch brand of the year in your opinion, just based off of what you've been seeing? Tudor? Hey, Tudor. Oh my gosh, bro. I stay on YouTube. And I ain't talking about just going live. I'm like literally researching and watching. I'm listening to podcasts. And dude, as much as Rolex is talked about, Rolex did not do anything this year that was just groundbreaking, that was so exciting that people just had to get a Rolex. Tudor, yeah, bro. Yeah, and the crazy thing about Tudor is it is obtainable. You can actually get that, man. For those that buy watches like on a regular basis, if you buy 3 watches a month, right? 3 watches a month, you can basically save half the year. You can stop buying those 3 watches to increase your collection and buy a Tudor. Right? And it's not so much to say that, hey, you got to be a Tudor fanboy or whatever, but like, shoot, what they offer, they're saying that, like, eyes in the beauty's in the eye of the beholder, is the saying, right? So you apply that to whatever watch that you like. If you love the watch, you'll make it happen. You don't care what the price is. Now, some other people are like, man, I'm not about to pay $4,800 for the watch. I'm not about to pay $4,000 for the watch. Some people will, because that's what they want. Would I pay that? I don't want to pay it. But for what you get, oh man, is it worth it? I like to have a Tudor in my collection, but not before some other ones though. Not before, but yeah, I'm gonna say Tudor is the watch of the year. That's the runaway of the year. No issues. Swam in it. Oh man. I want an airman. Okay, I read that. I'm formal Navy. Okay, I read that. The guy who ran Glycine died. Okay, I read that. Everyone going crazy over that pink Tudor chrono. Heck yeah, they did. And the what is it? The FXD and that other monochrome one, man. The what's that? The Pepsi GMT, or was it the Coke GMT? Was it Pepsi or Coke color? I can't remember. But man, Tudor has been killing the game as far as like what's being mentioned this year. And if I had to say what came in second place, man, would possibly be the Speedmaster. I would say the Speedmaster, man, because they released 3 this year, didn't they? Or was it 2? I think it's 2. They did the white dial, then they did the remake of the official. I think they did 2. Nate Dogg, what's happening? Yeah, people were loving Miss Piggy Tudor. Yeah. Brightly movement in the chrono is awesome too. Kind of made me want one, but glad I didn't jump. There was a channel I was looking at, a podcast. They speculating that Omega is going to run the gamut for next year. And I can't tell you what the percentage of people that can afford a $10,000 watch, but I don't know. I don't think Omega would be. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I dare to say that shoot, Tudor could possibly have a back-to-back year, right? And if I gotta be quite honest, which I'm going to be honest, Tudor was mentioned. What did Tudor do in 2023? They came out with something doing Watches and Wonders. For me, 2023, Panerai was my takeaway for that year because I think they came out with a different California dial, green, I believe it was, beautiful watch. But it wasn't the talked about like that because Panerai isn't talked about that much on YouTube. In a year's time, I may see 10 posts about Panerai where Tudor and Rolex will have 10 posts a day, especially Tudor. Second is probably Christopher Ward's. Christopher Ward did have a crazy year. They did have a crazy year. God, dog. They came out with a couple. That Bel Canto, man, just really that was, I would say that too. That sucker was crazy. And that could possibly be the most purchased watch going forward. Because, I mean, the prices aren't too crazy. You know what I'm saying? In comparison to a Tudor, it's a lot less than a Tudor. I know that Longines got something coming out. There's little whispers that Longines got something. Who knows, though? Who knows? I was close to getting a Bel Canto. Man, Trap Thoughts on the Grandmaster, Jay. Oh, wait, that was last night's topics. Get out of here, bro. Yeah. Yeah, and that was crazy because we were supposed to, it's funny how we were talking about rap last night on Instagram, and a particular collector called himself unboxing something. Crazy. So it's always good to read stuff before you get on there and start asking people questions or wanting to do certain things. Read, all right? Reading is fundamental. I do want one, but for 4K, that's a little shaky, baby. Hold up, let me see. What are your thoughts on RGM? I'm going to collect in depth. I don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know enough about it. I haven't really looked into it as much, so that kind of just flies under the radar for me. They are in their first boutique. Oh crap! They're in their first boutique now. Who you talking about, Christopher Ward? I want the Panda and I'll be happy. Okay. Read a book. Read a book. Have it here. That parody song. I haven't heard the parody. But yeah, bro. Yeah, man. That was crazy, bro. If y'all see my Instagram thing, you know what? It may not even be up because my phone died last night before I was able to end it. So it may not be saved. I know people was probably like, what happened? Yeah, my phone died. I was looking, I said, oh crap. And by the time I plugged it up, it was too late. It was on 3%. And I had just plugged it up. And that sucker said, goodbye. But yeah, we had a collector that wanted to unbox last night, and he unboxed something else completely. It wasn't a watch. You're stupid, bro. I think I'm kind of done with micro brands after getting a Nevada Grinch that came from Asia. Just didn't feel right. Now, again, I have a homage watch coming in today, and it may be at the house right now, but I'll see, and it'll be the topic for tomorrow, and I'll tell you what I think. It may go back to the company. If I think it's worth keeping, then I can just keep it. If not, it'll go back, and yeah, yeah. Hopefully, it wasn't a sex toy. That would have been embarrassing. No, it wasn't a sex toy, but it was definitely something for his body. It was a test. I knew it. Watch it. Like, get out of here, Vic. You don't know nothing. Go on somewhere, bro. You just making stuff up, man. You just making stuff up, bro. That's all that is, man. That's all that is. Yeah, so I know I just want to I think I will buy from boutiques only. Let me see where we at. An hour and 15 minutes. Let's talk about that real quick. Ben 10. I can say this. Of the places that I've purchased from this year, one of my favorites is Trifecta, right? And that's because it's like going to the barbershop for me, right? Go to the barbershop, have a conversation, and just chill, right? And I don't always feel like pressured to, I never feel pressured to buy anything out of there, but I love learning about stuff and the future plans and stuff like that, and just watching the day to day. It's interesting, because I don't know if I was to open an AD, who would I wanted to open an AD? I'm looking at like, man, there's a lot of hoops to jump through getting started. So I commend him, and I know I'm not cut out for it. I could do it, but I'm not cut out for it. As much as I love to be around watches, but just anybody that's starting an authorized dealer, man, like especially in this climate, I think his company is 3 years old, right? But then I've been to companies that's 37 years old, and they still have some phenomenal stuff, but they're used to just local traffic. They don't want to go social media whatsoever. So it's interesting watching all these different places. Now, the one place that I'm still trying to get in, the customer service is amazing. Customer service is amazing. They just don't want to, fool with social media stuff, right? I have purchased from Joma Shop as well as Ashford. I have no problem with either one of those. The only thing is, like, if you do buy a watch and it's faulty, because I have bought one from Joma Shop, and Joma Shop is real good with, if there's something wrong with it, bro, they don't make you wait. They don't do none of that, bro. It's like, yeah, we own it. So I like them for that. But you do take a chance, really, unless you buy their warranty. And there's a couple of channels that have covered the warranty process with Joma Shop, right? I've never had to deal with it. Yes, the barbershop reference is perfect. Yeah, man. That's what I love most about going to these places. So like buying from a boutique, stuff like that. It's word of mouth for me, man. So if I know one of you guys say, hey, I bought from this one, okay, I'll take your word for it, because one, I've dealt with you or talked to you and I seen your collection and you bought from them a few times. All right, I'll try it. So Randy said, don't talk to me like that. My bad, Randy. You the man. I'm sorry, Randy. But no, wait a minute, Randy. I need you to stop giving this man these hyphy movement references, right? Him over here talking, man. Listen, people that don't know him look like, oh man, this brother, he down for the cause, man. He know all about hip hop. And you setting Vic up for failure. This man is just spitting out references, man. One day, Vic, you're gonna wake up, you're gonna be dark skinned, bro. Keep it up. Oh man, that's crazy. Oh man, I do love Nevada Gretchen F77, though. Coming from Asia, nah. He said, nah. I give a 2-year warranty, but I make all of mine So if something's wrong, it's usually on me. Hey, well, as long as you know, bro. As long as you know. You another one, bro. You another one that is a must-have. I will say that, man, because I love. I'm right now. I'm into design, man. I've always been into the design of a watch. Historically speaking, though, I mean, as watch collectors, I don't think we're ever finished or ever done. Something's gonna always catch your eye. Something's gonna always just tug at your heartstrings, like, oh, I gotta have it, man. Then your wallet's like, yo, bro, what are you doing? You're like, shut up. We're going for it, whatever the case is. But I will say, even though we started this topic out on like asking the question about regrets of watch buying or regret of not buying something, you shouldn't go into a situation regretting. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you take your time with watch buying. It's like, it is a marathon, right? This isn't a quick sprint, man. It's a marathon because it's a lot. And if I can tell anybody, man, just be patient, man. Like with the watches. In some cases, there's some deals that's just like hard to walk away from. You're like, yo, I know what that watch is. I know what's it about. I gotta get it. That's gonna always happen. But like for me, watches like from Citizen, even to Soul, because they're so common, I will wait before buy and just wait. And the way they've been selling their watches, they ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere, man. Number limited stuff is different. If there's a watch that is at a great price and it's like they only got 200 of them things or 900, you may want to jump on that. Just depending on what it is. I've only just learned about them. Hold on, listen. I just got my JLC Polaris chronograph from Boutique, and the lady remembered a year later. It made me feel special. Yeah, bro, like that, man. I'm telling you, we was just talking about that because I used to sell cars, man, and I had a customer this is crazy. This customer remembered me from when I worked at the rental place, when I worked at Enterprise. They came in, they said, hey, we got word that you were selling cars, right? And I had to come see for myself, and she bought the car just like that, no questions asked. No questions asked. I remember she was like, I remember you. I remember her. And we talked, and I was like, yo, having that relationship with people is dope. That's another thing, too, that I like about Trifecta, man, is like we talk, and even Moria Jewelers, man, like when I come in, like, yo, what's going on? Hey, they be like, Trav, man, what's happening? That is so cool, even if you don't buy anything. But like that does put you in a position like, hey, when I do get the money, I'm coming to buy from you, right? So Morias know that there are certain watches that I get from them because they do sell some of the same things that Trifecta does. Like Trifecta has Seiko and Longines. I'll buy my Longines from Trifecta. I'll buy my Seiko from Trifecta. That's what I started with. But like when it comes to, like some of the pre-owned watches, or when it's time for me to buy, and I bought my Squale from Moria Jewelers. Watches like that and the Zodiac, I will stick with Morias, you know what I'm saying? Now with who is it? Reese Nichols. Reese Nichols has, like, they sell Shinola. I will eventually get a Shinola, and that's what I'm gonna go for. I'm not gonna order online. I'm gonna go straight there, pick it up, call it a day. Unimatic, a couple weeks ago, I was really impressed. The design never did much for me till I saw one in person. That happens too. Did much. Really, with the Unimatic, that's great. I want to try one on. And there you have, man. Jake is more famous than Jake from State Farm. Yeah, Jake from State Farm is coming a thing of the past, man. Jake, man, he does a great job, bro. Granted, man, shoot, I got a couple watches in my collection from him right now, man. One of my favorite pieces from this year is at Tissot, Small Seconds. That one, man, and God, dog, let me see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 watches I got with me right now came from Jake. The other ones, I got a bunch of Seiko 5s, which I wouldn't buy another Seiko 5. I'm Seiko 5'd out. I'm Seiko 5 out. I don't care what it looked like. And the Seiko 5 is, I think, is a phenomenal looking watch. It's great looking watch. But the ones I got, I'm good, bro. I do not. No, absolutely not. If I'm gonna drop $300 on a watch, bro, I'll say just nope. I'm good on that. I know he's making Beamer happy. Yeah, man. Hey, and that's the bottom line. So we're gonna stop right there, man. We had an hour and 25 minutes. I think this was a great show. If you like it, if you're not a subscriber or member, man, think about, if you find value, go ahead and do that. Click on that thing, share this out. However, I do want to welcome you guys into some future shows we're going to be talking about. I talked about a concept last night, and it is a State of the Collection live. And if you are one that bought like 100 watches per year and you want to showcase your watches, you can only showcase 7. That's the number. We're doing 7 at a time. I'll be talking about 7 watches that I collected that I think are phenomenal this year, and I want to invite you guys to talk about the same thing. And I'm going to do it. I got to see who all wants to participate in that. I'll put out a poll, and I want to be respectful of the people that's overseas that may want to try it out. So it may be an early day when I do it. We'll see, an early Saturday or something like that. But I want people to be able to participate on every time zone, or as many time zones as I possibly can. So, but if I do early, I know California can't do it unless they stay up late. So, anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys for looking, man. And until the next lightning strike, man, y'all be blessed.